if this whole Switch situation was just a big bother and you wanted to see what other options there are when it comes to handheld devices, Steam, or Valve, I should say, has got your back. And they just announced today the Steam. Actually, well, you're seeing this Saturday. They announced this Thursday of earlier this week. The Steam Deck, which looks a lot like a Switch, but it is a lot more powerful. And when I say more powerful, I mean it has the same power. It has an even power capability of the PlayStation 4 or Xbox One. Basically, according to a developer, there's 3 different options here. There's a 64 gigabyte for $399, a 256 gigabyte for $529, which has the SSD built in, but for faster storage. Comes with a carry case and has an exclusive Steam Community Profile bundle. And there's also a 512 gigabyte SSD, which also comes, has that. You also have a premium anti-glare etched glass. So the 512 one actually has the anti-glare screen, which is interesting, but not the others. It has an exclusive carrying case, an exclusive virtual keyboard theme as well. It has 2 touch pads on both sides, right under the analog sticks. Pretty crazy. It has some ray tracing. It has 720p on the screen. So like with the power of the system and the screen capability, and then also this is a Steam OS. You can actually wipe this OS and boot something entirely different. So it's incredibly customizable, and it has a deck not included when you buy it. They'll release it later, but you can actually use it as a regular computer as well. It has Linux, but you can boot other shit on it as well. So it's pretty insane. But it's supposed to come out December of this year. You can reserve yours. I want to say reservations are coming pretty soon. But pretty nuts. And if you're a crazy, insane man who knows exactly what processors are, it comes with an AMD APU. CPU is the Zen 2, and the GPU is a RDNA, which I guess can do ray tracing. It's pretty nuts. And it has 16 gigs of RAM. Pretty impressive. Yeah. So I was more excited that this was a thing. I know this was kind of rumored. If you guys are familiar, there's like a PC handle called like the GPD, kind of popular in the nerd streets when it comes to the handheld, but they're like incredibly expensive. They're like $700 up, and the GPD, I want to say 2 or 3 was supposed to be coming out, or the 3, but that was going to be really expensive. So now that the Steam Deck is available, and it seems like their direct competitor is, in fact, Nintendo, which I find odd as well. Or I'm like, okay, Steam, like Valve, you guys have nothing else to better fucking do but to mess around with Nintendo. What are you guys' thoughts? What are you guys' thoughts on this?
I fucking love it. I loved it, first of all, because I didn't know about this or any rumors of it. But I saw on Twitter, they were like, Valve released the Switch Pro, and I was like, wait, huh? Excuse me? That immediately caught my attention.
Yeah.
And that's when I sent it over to you.
Yes.
But,
I was like, what?
I do like the idea of being able to play PC games handheld, but also being able to hook it up to a TV.
Yeah.
Because as somebody who doesn't have a PC right now, I was looking at that and I was like, is it really worth it price-wise? And, but then I wasn't sure if I was only going to be able to play Steam games or if I could actually open up, like Origin and Battle.net and all the other stuff that I have on PC.
Yeah, very true. Yeah, because I know they said that like you're supposed to be able to play your library, like if you already have an existing Steam account, which is pretty interesting stuff. So yeah, I think it is very interesting. It's funny. I've always, for years and years, I've been like back and forth as far as like, oh, should I have a handheld device? Should I not have a handheld device? Arthur, what are your thoughts on this?
Scroll up real quick to the options.
Yeah.
Why up?
That's as far as it goes.
No, there.
I have to go back.
Go to the 3. Okay, there.
Yeah.
Why does the 64 gigabyte edition exist?
$399. You have to think the Switch Pro or the OLED version is $349. So like, if you want that, or do you want this?
Not pricing, just storage wise. That's like two. If it's supposed to be like an Xbox One, PS4 thing, that's like 2 games.
Well, let me mention this to you as well, Arthur, because you were making a good point. Because with the OS and everything, it's probably going to take 20 gigs off, right?
Yeah.
It does have. You can put an SD card in.
Okay.
So and they said you can actually run games off of the SD card as well.
Good. Okay. Because back in day, when we were at GameStop, Grand Theft Auto 5 was the game that forced people to upgrade storage. Now Call of Duty Warzone with every update, it's like what 120, 100 like
200.
Yeah, damn
basically
near.
fucking 200.
Yeah, like because I remember they said like you need at least like 200 gigs just to play Call of Duty and Warzone.
It's fucking nuts, dude.
So it's like so again, me thinking if that was like. I mean, if you're an indie fan and you want to save money, hey, 64 gigs.
Well, I was gonna say that too, because you gotta remember on Steam, there's a lot of fucking like indie games that people play on Steam. I don't even think I can't think of a lot of people that I know that goes to Steam to play their AAA games. Like it's usually
Console.
little things.
One thing I thought of too, and obviously Valve didn't mention this. I don't know if you know what I'm gonna say. This is a Game Pass machine too.
Yeah, I was like,
you can use a full web browser for it. So if you want to do xCloud, you can technically do that on here. Which is pretty awesome. So you can technically play Game Pass games on this Steam Deck as well. They didn't say it, but it logically makes sense.
Dude, looking at this drill.
So it's a console that can do both. You can hook that up to the TV. You can play Xbox games and your PC games.
Yeah.
Looking at this trail, I feel like the NVIDIA Shield came out 5 years too early.
Right? Exactly.
Yeah.
They're on the right track, but exactly. No one was ready for it.
The market just wasn't ready for it.
Yeah.
But looking at this, I'm like, man, poor NVIDIA Shield. Just looking at this, I'm like, what could have been?